This week on Hunt Wicked Close to Next Level, Ken and Rachel are headed down to the southern part of Texas to do a little whitetail hunting during the rut. Hunt Wicked Close to the Next Level is sponsored by Southwest Ford, the home of the 2-year free oil change and tire rotation. Ethics Archery, spin true, fly fast, cut through. Ethics Archery. Dog Archery, never put your cam in the dirt again. Scuffle RANCH, your premier hunting destination. Brush and Bay Outfitters, from saltwater to the brush country, Brush and Bay is your only choice. Hunt B, all electric, 4-wheel drive. Never send a boy to do a man's job.
G5 Outdoors, it's our mission to make bow hunters more effective in the field.
Fort Garrard Guns and Archery, one of the largest archery complexes in the state of Texas. This segment of Hunt Wicked Close to the Next Level is brought to you by Paint Rock Performance Coatings, the elite and custom Cerakote coatings. Well, we aren't without any wind up here, that's for sure. We are way up on the side of a mountainside. I've probably got a lot of wind going on with that mic right now. And I've got a cold going on too, folks. We are on one of the Hunt Texas Outfitters properties, and where I'm at is way up on the side of a mountain, just about 40 miles north of Del Rio, Texas. And this particular piece of property is really unbelievable. You folks saw the aoudad early this morning. There are probably no less than 25 or 30 different herds of aoudad on this place, and it's not even the rut, folks. The rut starts kicking in around September for the aoudad, and the big boys come out in force then. This particular piece of property holds the number 3 world record for archery for aoudad ram. And that was a 36-inch plus aoudad ram. So there are others on here that are bigger than that. This morning I had one on video at a alfalfa feed station that was probably every bit of 30 inches, close to 30, maybe a little over. And I'm not looking to shoot a great big aoudad ram here on this particular piece of property this weekend. I'm looking for a respectable whitetail deer, and I know that there's one that's coming into this area, and that's why I'm up here instead of down there. The wind was just not conducive for me to be down lower, so I came up here and got in a tower blind. And I'm overlooking a water hole, and I'm overlooking a winter rye field, rye and oats, and there's a feed station down there as well. Spends corn and protein as well as alfalfa. It's December 20th, just a few days before Christmas, 2015. For everybody that watches this show and tunes in and everything, Merry Christmas. Because we say Merry Christmas at Hunt Wicked Close, the next level. We say Merry Christmas. We say praise the Lord. We say God bless you. We know who our Creator is. And we do not denounce. We do not partake in politically correct when it comes to stuff like that. Because in our world, praising the Lord and knowing who you are and where you came from is politically correct. That one's for you, Obama. God bless everybody out there. We're going to get to hunting here. Hopefully this big old mature high rack 8-point comes out in the field. He came out on me yesterday and kind of caught me in my boxer shorts. I got caught off guard. But hopefully he'll come out this afternoon. If he does, I'm gonna try and take him. He's about a 5.5-year-old high rack 8, and he's definitely a shooter off this ranch. So y'all kick back and relax, because that's what I'm about to do.
You only turn 30 once, so Southwest Ford is celebrating this milestone with unbeatable discounts and amazing savings. Shop over 850 new and pre-owned vehicles, including a huge selection of new F-150s and Super Duty trucks. Plus, every new vehicle comes with the Southwest Promise, which includes 2 years of oil changes and tire rotations at no cost to you. If you want to pay more, that's your business. If you want to pay less, that's our business. Don't miss the 30th anniversary celebration at Southwest Ford in Weatherford.
Hello, I'm Ben Gerard, and welcome to Fort Gerard Guns and Archery. We are a 27-acre indoor-outdoor archery facility located approximately 4 miles west of Weatherford, Texas, on Highway US 180. We have a 40-foot long, 10-foot high elevated shooting tower, as well as 5 acres of challenging outdoor 3D shooting range. When the complex is complete, we will have one of the largest archery pro shops in North Texas. Come by and enjoy our new archery facility.
Your bow is your weapon. A tool that should be as rugged as you are. Built for protection. Engineered for endurance. Designed for extremes. Let the archery revolution begin.
Hunting to me is a lifestyle, and I love it. Man, I love my Hunt V Game Changer. How quiet and versatile it is. Gives me the ability to pack gear in and haul game out. Whether I'm hauling feed or rolling in my stand, my Hunt V has the power to take me deep, back where the others can't go, back where the big boys hide. Introducing the American-made 4x4 electric Hunt V Game Changer. Night, night, boys. The game has changed.
This segment of Hunt Wicked Close is brought to you by Moonstruck Leather, the nation's leader in custom handmade leather weapon concealment.
Hey folks, well, what I'm going to do here today is kind of show y'all how we here at Ethics Archery build an arrow. I'm having to build these arrows because of my wife Rachel Robin Hooded yesterday. Ruined 2 really good arrows using the spin points. So what I have here is an uncut full-length Carbon Express Mayhem shaft, and I'm going to cut this down to the length that Rachel has to have, and fingers crossed that she doesn't ruin these 2 new arrows. Okay, now I have these cut, and they are cut exactly at 28 inches. That's what Rachel shoots, is a 28-inch arrow. Now her draw is only 26, so she has a little bit sticking out of the window of her prime G5 Outdoors bow. And now, some folks out there, after they cut them, they just go over there and grab the glue, put a little glue around the insert and poke it in there.
Well, I'm going to show you the correct way of setting these up with a spin point and or a spinning insert. First thing we got to do is clean the inside of this shaft, folks. One of the things that that I use with every one of my arrows is the Goat Tough glue, and I clean my arrows using the Goat Tough arrow cleaner. Now I already have some here that's pre-mixed, and what I do is I get a Q-tip, I dip in my solution, get that Q-tip good and wet, and then I roll it around inside that arrow shaft that I just cut. Now what this does, of course, is clean out the carbon dust and stuff that would be in there that would keep your spin tip from easing to the wall. See how dirty that is, folks? That's all carbon dust. I'll use the other end and I'll do the exact same thing again inside that shaft, spinning it to make sure I get all the way around it, and then go to the next arrow. I'll let these sit for just a few minutes and until that cleaner has dried. I'll even take a Q-tip and run it in there and dry them out, so I'll be right back. Okay, now that these shafts have dried, I take my spinning tip. This is a 100 grain spinning tip, competition spin tip from Ethics Archery, just like so. And using the Goat Tough lubricant, GT100 lubricant, I put just a drop right there on the back side of that spin tip, just like that. I don't let that oil get onto the sleeve because that would inhibit the glue adhesing to the shaft inside. No oil on that sleeve. I've got a small line of Goat Tough adhesive that I've put out on this piece of paper, and what I do, holding that insert, is I slowly roll that through, getting a small film of glue on that insert, just like such. Then I take that insert and I slowly move it in through there and I let it set. I don't spin it, I don't do anything. And then I will let these set for several minutes until they are dry. Now you don't want to spin them, you don't want to do anything to them, you just want to insert them and let them set and dry. Okay, it's been just a few minutes. This has set up some, or actually it's set up totally solid now. And what I do using a pair of pliers, which I have a pair of needle nose pliers here, is now that that glue is set up, I simply snap that little bit of glue that's in there, if any at all. I just snap it loose, and now I have a spinning shaft on my spinning tip. Spin like a top. Okay, I've got both of these done now, as you can see. Nice red, white, and blue Star-Spangled Banner fletchings, just like what Rachel wanted. And they have been setting for a while, and they're all dried now. So I have those and the spin tips in them. Now, I shoot a little heavier spin tip than Rachel does, so I may hit just a little high with this, but we're going to shoot them and just see how they do. So I didn't Robin Hood, but unfortunately I did explode the knock on the first arrow that I shot with the second arrow that I shot. So I'm not sure how many folks out there can take arrows right out of the box or right off the shelf or whatever and go straight from that to blowing knocks up. That's how we build arrows at Ethics Archery. That's how I build arrows, using the spin tips for competition, and you just witnessed just how amazingly accurate that these things are. 2 bare shaft arrows, fletched, spin tips put in, allowed to dry properly, come to the range, shoot one arrow, and the second arrow blows up the knock. That's just how accurate Ethics Archery spin tips and inserts will make your arrows. Now it's up to you to hit that X ring or that 12 ring or make a good ethical shot. Do your ethics spin true? Do your ethics fly fast? Do your ethics cut deep? Zero broadhead plane. Do you want to shoot flatter? Shoot any broadhead you want. Spin true, fly fast, cut deep. Ethics Archery. That's ethicsarchery.com. Welcome to the Scuffle RANCH, your premier hunting destination. With over 2,000 acres of prime hunting property nestled into the hill country of Texas, Scuffle offers trophy axis hunts, trophy ram hunts, wild hog hunts day and night, trophy black buck hunts, food and lodging, not a problem. Scuffle hunts are all inclusive, as well as professional guides and game care. Corporate events are always welcome. With over 2 decades of successful hunters, the Scuffle RANCH is your premier hunting destination. This segment of Hunt Wiki Close to the Next Level is brought to you by Paint Rock Performance Coatings and Custom Weapons Design. Well, that afternoon up in that tower blind, I never did see the buck that I was looking for. But I did see several doe, knowing that the rut was almost at its peak, and it was only a matter of time before the buck that I was hunting would show up. Now, I did have a very good opportunity to take a world-class axis, but I wasn't hunting for axis. I was hunting for whitetail. That next morning, I was up bright and early, back in the same place, but I never saw the buck that I was looking for. After that morning's hunt, went in and got a bite to eat. Jumped back on the hunt V that afternoon and hunted down in the lower parts of this ranch, still not seeing the buck I was looking for. But I did witness that the rut had reached its peak and the doe were running from the bucks. So I made a game plan to get up high, up on top of one of the mountains to where I could see more territory. And that next morning, I was up high and looking down over the same rye field. Knowing that my shot was going to be 300 plus yards, I felt secure that I could make that shot. Daylight broke and I could see the whole rye field. Several deer filtered in, then I had some barbadoe come in and spook them off. It wasn't much longer until my buck showed up.
Been chasing this buck for 3 days now, and I just couldn't make it work out of a stand over on the side of the mountain. I decided to get up early this morning and make my way to the top of the mountain to what I call the Overwatch. And it's a big long ridge, and it overwatches 2 rye fields, and there's some feed stations down there. And I had to wait till, of course, it got daylight enough for camera and stuff. So I came down here without any equipment, just my binos, and looked at this field, and he was in there. So I had to track back up this. Y'all look up this hill here. I had to track way back up there to the hunt bee and go get my stuff. I had a whole bunch of barbadoe come in and bumped all the doe out. Well, he followed them. Well, he came back because there was a young doe come back into the field, so he came back, and that was his mistake. Well, here he is. We got him out of the field back there. I didn't want to do this commentary recovery of this old buck out there in the middle of a rye field. I guess in my mind he deserved a little better, being back here in the rougher country next to the mesquites and stuff. And so we got him back here and got him set up. Boy, he's a fighter. He's all scarred up. I'm guessing him probably somewhere around 145 pounds or so. Very old, mature 8-point. Has a lot of character in his horns. He's way out past his ears. I'm gonna guess him. He's probably 18 inches wide, but he's definitely a respectable animal for this part of Texas. We're about 40 miles north of Del Rio, and I couldn't be more pleased. I've been trying to get him for about 3 days now, and I finally got him. So I'm gonna go get the hunt bee and get back here, load him up on the hunt bee, and turn all these cameras and stuff off, get everything done, get him back up here to the camp, get him taken care of, and we got back straps. No doubt about it, we got back straps.
Be sure to join us next week, folks, as we finish up our South Texas hunt. And then we're headed back to the Bug Scuffle, where Ken's going after a springtime turkey. Hunt Wicked Close to the Next Level is sponsored by Southwest Ford, the home of the 2-year free oil change and tire rotation. Ethics Archery, spin true, fly fast, cut deep. Ethics Archery. P-Dog Archery, never put your cam in the dirt again. Bug Scuffle Ranch, your premier hunting destination. Brush and Bay Outfitters, from saltwater to the brush country, Brush and Bay is your only choice. Hunt Bee, all electric, 4-wheel drive. Never send a boy to do a man's job. G5 Outdoors, it's our mission to make bow hunters more effective in the field. Fort Garrard Guns and Archery, one of the largest archery complexes in the state of Texas.